Okay, so sitting in your chair, let's come towards the front edge of the chair. So, talking about good posture earlier, one thing that's really helpful when you're sitting is relaxing both of the sitting bones equally. And then you want to have a 90-degree angle at your knee, if possible. So you can kind of tell that this chair is a little bit high for me. Like it would be nicer if I had a tiny pillow underneath my feet. It's okay for today. But if I was going to sit like at the computer like this for a little while, I would place a little pillow underneath my feet just so that my bones can fully relax here. So try to find this alignment for yourself. You can place the hands on the thighs. And then noticing your spine. So go ahead and tilt it forward and then tilt it back. And notice how you're passing through a center point in your spine. And where does that center point exist? So you're just exploring, nothing is really right or wrong. But most of us tend to tilt forward a little bit more, myself included, than is healthy. And what that does is it wears down on our vertebrae in our middle and lower back, which can create back pain. And also anything above that is affected. So try to find that spot where your spine is relaxed, centered, and long. And then ever so slightly lift the chest. Let your shoulders relax down the back. So it should feel like your heart is open instead of concaving. And your shoulders should naturally feel like they're going to relax downward a little bit. And you might notice that this uses muscles in the belly just to be here. And because this requires some effort, that's why if we're going to sit here for a long period of time, we really need some support for the low back, like a rolled blanket or something that's supporting us. Because what happens is if we're here for 5 minutes, we might be able to maintain this for a couple of minutes, but then this happens. And then you're training your body to be like this more because you're unconsciously sitting here like this. So come into your perfect posture. Let your hands rest on the thighs, and then close the eyes and notice your natural breath rhythm. And acknowledging any effort that it may have taken in getting here this morning. Any patience it may have taken as we're starting a little bit late. I apologize about that. And beginning to deepen your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Can you slow your breath down to the point where you're inhaling for 5 seconds and exhaling for 5 seconds? This is called 5-second breath. And as you practice this 5-second breath, I'll chant to you for a couple of minutes. So just taking in this mantra of Om as you inhale for 5 and exhale for 5, slowing your breath down. keeping this breath as you bring the palms together at heart center. Setting an intention for your practice today. And allow this intention to be set free by releasing the hands. And let's layer on the Ujjayi sound, contracting your throat slightly so that you can hear your breath, creating more prana, more life force to circulate through the body. And let's begin to work on the shoulder. So as small as you can, see how small you can circle these shoulders while keeping your breath. This requires a little bit of patience. Slowly begin to spiral your circles so they get a little bit bigger. Good, and start to let them get as big as is comfortable. We're never creating pain. So can you find those edge points of your body where you can do the exercise pain-free? Good, start to reverse the direction. And let your circles slowly get smaller. Good. Good, and let them stop and draw your right shoulder down. And then draw your left shoulder down. And start to let your left shoulder come up as the right goes down and vice versa, circling them like this. Now keep your breath. You can continue to count if you like, inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 5, or maybe your rhythm has developed and you don't need that anymore. Good, now go the other way. Like you're circling them forward. Bring them into center, draw them back. Open your feet wide, scooch back in the chair a little bit. Let your elbows stick out to the sides as your hands come to the knees. Spread the toes of your feet, gently leaning forward. Now notice the shoulders here. So you might notice the hips and the inner thighs opening, but then also, can you relax these shoulders down the back and imagine that your heart is reaching forward towards me? On your next inhale, start to shift to the left, sticking your left elbow out. Relax your right shoulder. Draw the front of your right shoulder down towards the ground. And notice how you can move this right shoulder up and down. Yeah. Good, and draw it down. There's a twist happening here. You can even try to gaze over your left shoulder. On an inhale, start to move to the other side. And then notice this left shoulder. Can you draw the front of the left shoulder down as you press into the right hand, gazing over the right shoulder? Feel free to wiggle this left shoulder a little bit. And maybe draw it down even more. Inhale, bring it to center. Make sure that you're stable here. You're not going to fall if you release the hands. Reach them back like airplane wings. Spread through the fingers. Good job. See if you can interlace them behind the back. If you can't, keep them here in the airplane wings. If you can, interlace them, reach them behind you as you fold. Wherever you are, use your inhale to start to rise up. Arms reach out to the sides. Exhale, draw your right arm across the heart and take your left forearm and draw it in. Inhale, open up. Exhale, folding with airplane wings or interlaced hands. On an inhale, rising up, arms reach out to the sides. Exhale, draw your left arm across the body, and then just take your right arm and draw the straight arm towards you. One more time at center. Inhale, reach the arms back like airplane wings or interlace as you fold. Inhale to center, arms are wide. Exhale, bring your right forearm to your right leg. Now, this left arm can bend and be at the hip as you lean over. Or if you want to go a little higher, you can reach it up to that point where it's still comfortable. Or if possible, face your palm towards me. So your pinky is facing down and your thumb is facing up. So there's a little rotation here. And then start to reach it up and over the head, however much is comfy. Now send your breath, your prana, your life force circulating through the body, helping your body to remember the benefits, keep the benefits of this pose. When you're ready, inhale, come up to center. Exhale, other side. Maybe start here or here, or face your palm towards me and begin to reach it up, however much is comfortable. Breathe with it wherever you are. It doesn't have to look perfect. It's really more about how it feels. So in yoga, one of our main goals is to get better at listening to our bodies, get better at listening to our inner voice, our self. Inhale, reach it up and over, center. Exhale, elbows bend. Let's swing it side to side, dipping down through center, coming to the side. You get to choose how you're going to breathe here. Good. Bring it to center. stay here or bring the hands to the ground. Let the shoulders relax, let the head relax. You can nod the head yes a little bit, releasing any stress or tension right out of the crown of the head. Press into your feet, reaching out to the sides like airplane wings, rising all the way up. Exhale with a sigh as you let it down. Good job, everyone. Let's inch the knees together. Inch a little bit forward. And let's just massage the inner organs in the belly and help the chakra system to open a little bit. You can bring your hands to the knees and begin to circle your belly around like you're stirring a big pot. Good. Pick one spot to gaze so that your eyes can rest there. Creating a slightly deeper state of meditation. And see if you can slow it down a little bit. Smoothly reverse the direction. Slow it down a little. Good. And bring your spine to center, nice and tall. Find that alignment that we began with. Inhale deeply. Can you hold your breath at the top just for a moment? Exhale, let out a sigh. Hold the breath at the bottom. Inhale deeply through the nose. Hold. Exhale, sigh it out. And hold. One more inhale. Pause. Exhale. And pause. Release. Lean it forward and press up to standing. Bring your chair in front of you with the seat facing you. And then step back from your chair a little bit, bringing the hands to the hips. Circling these hips out. Noticing any nooks or crannies or areas in the hips that might feel sore. Again, try to find a circumference of your circle that feels good to you. And circle the other way. Bring your hips to center, facing your chair, standing about a foot away from the seat. Let your arms relax by the sides. Pick one spot to gaze, gentle drishti. Keep your breath. And notice again, if you stick your tailbone out behind you, how does that feel? And if you tuck it under too far, how does that feel? Go back and forth a little bit. Notice where the actual center might be. Is it easier for you to stick your tailbone out or under? Can you find that neutral position where your pelvis is pointing straight down? Shoulders are relaxing, heart is lifting ever so slightly. As you inhale, you can sweep the arms forward halfway. As you exhale, bring the hands to the heart, folding down. Hands come all the way to the chair, bowing the head towards the seat. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, walk your feet back into downward facing dog, reaching the tailbone back as your heart and head melt towards the earth. Let's walk it out here, bending one knee and then the other. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale as you start to glide your heart over your hands. Begin to tuck the tailbone, inhaling into plank. You're reaching back through your heels. Glide your shoulders down, pressing into the hands. On an exhale, reach the sitting bones back into downward facing dog, heart and head melt. Stay here or one more time coming into plank pose. And if you'd like to try cobra, relax your pelvis towards the front of the chair. Glide your shoulders down the back, lift the heart. You can even gaze up slightly. On an exhale, downward dog. When you're ready, gaze it forward and walk your feet up to the chair. Bowing the head towards the seat. A little bend in the knees. As you inhale, begin to reach the arms forward and up. You can go halfway or you can reach all the way up. Palms touch, exhale, bringing them to the heart. Inhale, reaching forward. Palms touch, exhale, bringing them all the way down to the chair, bowing. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Lean onto the right foot and step your left foot back, lowering your heel towards the center of the mat. Press into both feet. Begin to tuck your tailbone under as your arms reach forward. You can interlace all the fingers except for the pointers. Glide the shoulders down the back. Draw your belly button towards your spine. This is a great, very powerful warrior one. It's like all the energy of your heart center is being directed out through your fingertips. Think of something that you love. You can stay here for the shoulders, or you can reach these arms up over the head. 3 more breaths, circulating one loving thought, one thing that you love. On an exhale, let the arms come down, sweep them back like airplane wings. Stay here, or you can always interlace the hands if you prefer. Either way, begin to fold, pressing back into your back foot as the heart starts to reach forward towards the chair. The chin can tuck. Maybe you can gaze at your back toes. On an inhale, press into both feet, rise it up, arms sweep forward. Exhale, bring your hands to the chair. Come onto the ball of your back foot and step your front foot back. Downward dog, walk it out. Stay here, relaxing in down dog, or inhale into high plank. This is another possible stopping point, or come into cobra, up dog. Meeting back in down dog. Good, really let the neck relax. Let the head relax, let all the muscles on the face go. Inhale to gaze forward, walking it up, coming into a flat back. Exhale, bowing down. Little bend in the knees. Inhale, reach it forward as you rise up. Some of you might reach up. Exhale, palms touch, coming to the heart. So beautiful. Other side, inhale. Palms touch, exhale, bowing. Inhale, flat back. Bend the knees, leaning onto your left foot. Step your right foot back, lowering the heel towards the center of the mat. Bending into that front knee, begin to tuck the tailbone as you lift the heart and the hands. Belly button draws towards your spine as you bend into that front knee. Interlace all the fingers except for the pointers. Now think of someone who loves you. And can you open to receiving that love? Stay here or reach it up. When you're ready, release the arms, reaching them back like airplane wings or interlacing them. I'll demo the airplane wings this time. Press into that back foot, reaching the sitting bones back as you begin to fold forward. So you're trying to have equal weight in both feet. Can you look at the back toes? Ride your inhale back up. Ride your exhale back to the chair. Hands come to the seat. Come onto the ball of your back foot. Step your front foot back. Walk it out. Taking a couple horse breaths here. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the lips. Stay here or inhale, high plank. Exhale, coming into cobra. Inhale, lengthening up through the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to gaze forward, walk it up, coming into a flat back. Exhale, let it go, bowing. Inhale, reaching forward and maybe up. Palms touch, exhale, bringing them to the heart. Just gazing down at the fingertips. Notice any energy patterns or how you feel in this moment. When you're ready, you can release. Let's do one more standing pose for strengthening the back and gaining more balance. You can turn your chair so that the seat is facing away from you. And then stand close enough to your chair where the fingertips can rest on the back of the chair, but you don't have to lean forward. So you can have your perfect posture and the support of the chair. I want you to be able to see my legs. Coming into tree pose. So first, spread the toes of your feet and pick a spot straight ahead in front of you that's on something still. And then relax your gaze there. So try not to have an intense gaze. Instead, can you soften the eyes upon this point? Lift your pelvic floor and begin to lean onto your right leg, bending the left knee out to the side. Toes can touch the ground, heel is on the ankle, or you can bring it up to the calf. Hands can stay on the chair, or you can lift one arm with the palm facing up in front of the heart, or maybe it comes up to the sky. Maybe the other arm lifts. Either way, you're gaining balance and you're strengthening all the muscles that run along the spine. Is it possible to get a little bit taller here? Wherever the hands are, you can bring them back down. With control, release this left foot to the ground. Bring your knees together and circle them. Other way. Standing tall in mountain, lifting the pelvic floor. Lean onto your left foot, bending the right knee out to the side. Again, you get to play with the arms. Keep your gentle drishti, keep your breath. Smile with it, lifting the corners of the mouth. Can you get even taller? Nice and easy with control. Eventually, let the hands come back to the chair if they left it. And then release the foot. Bring the knees together, little circles. Other way. Good. Stand up nice and tall, back away from your chair, and fold like a rag doll, hanging over the legs. You can grab opposite elbows or let the arms hang down. And just gently in this pose, swing a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. Good, and if you're sitting in the chair, you're welcome to fold in the chair here. Just rocking a little bit side to side. Just coaxing the body open, letting go of residual tension. So when we practice yoga, so much is happening. We're strengthening, we're creating more flexibility, we're creating a more positive and you could even say neutral mind, maybe a calmer mind. And this works directly on our nervous system. So not only do we work on calming the nervous system, but we also work on strengthening our nervous system so that as we go through life, things that might stress us out hopefully don't have as big of an impact in a negative way. Let's take one more breath here. On an inhale, roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Standing tall, let's just do one more thing with those shoulders. See if you can rotate them around. Good, and you don't have to go high with the arms. It might look like this or like this. Just see what is your mobility. And you might be aware of anything that you do during the day or that you eat that makes things more or less sore. Good. Okay, I so lied about it being our last our last standing pose. One more. Bring your hands into those imaginary jean pockets behind the back. If you're sitting in the chair, you can hold on to the edges of the chair. Reach your heart forward. If you're standing, your pelvis will reach forward too. Glide the shoulders down the back and squeeze them together. Good. Little back bend. And release. Come back to seated in the chair. Can you find that perfect posture again, where you're not tilting forward or back? Feet are right underneath the knees. I should say ankles are right underneath the knees. Good. Shoulders are relaxed, heart is ever so slightly lifting. Now imagine that you have a pencil tip sticking out of the crown of your head. And you are lengthening your neck in order to create contact with your pencil. Maybe your pencil is really tall if you have high ceilings. With the ceiling. And you're going to draw a little tiny circle at first on the ceiling. And just let your natural breath take over. And then slowly let your circle get a little bit slower as it spirals a little bit bigger. Lengthening the neck the whole time. Begin to inhale as the head comes towards the back, getting longer. Exhale as the forehead comes forward. Good. Now pause somewhere where your neck is opening. And you can always take some fingers and just press into that area to massage it out. Send your breath there, direct your next inhale into this area. Good. Now take one more little area that could use some more opening. And just with your fingertips, keep it gentle. It's amazing how much a gentle touch can do. And send your breath there. Good. Okay. Begin to let it release, nice and easy. And then little circles in the other direction. And if you forgot which direction you went in, go the way that you wouldn't necessarily want to. And as you start to let the circles get bigger, begin to inhale as you go back, lengthening the neck. Exhale as the forehead comes forward. Beautiful. Bring it to center. Exhale with a sigh. Close the eyes and just notice. Let your breath go. Let's come into our Shavasana pose, final resting pose. You might like to rest seated in the chair. If so, feel free to put some support at your low back so you can really relax here. Or you can lay down. If you're laying down, feel free to cover the body with a blanket. And either way, you can let the palms of the hands face up, resting on the legs if you're seated, or resting on the earth by your sides if you're laying down. And we'll do a little bit of metta as we relax here. So you can silently to yourself repeat after me. May I be safe. May I be protected. May I be healthy. May I be at ease. May I be safe. May I be protected. May I be healthy. May I be at ease. May I be safe. May I be protected. May I be healthy. May I be at ease. May we be safe. May we be protected. May we be healthy. May we be at ease. resting here in silence. Beginning to deepen your breath. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. And if you're laying on the ground, you can roll over onto one side. And when you're ready, gently make your way back to seated. Let's close our practice today with the heart open. You can bring the heels of the hands together like this in front of the heart center. Remembering any intentions that you set at the beginning of this practice. Remembering something that you love. Remembering someone that loves you. And we'll offer the benefits of our practice today. Some of those benefits we might be aware of, and some we might not be aware of yet. We'll offer them to someone else. So see this someone that you're sending the benefits of your practice to, surrounded in light and your love and the energy that you've created today. And I'll sing 3 ohms, sound of the universe, for you. You can join in with me or just listen. Namaste is a Sanskrit word that means the light in me bows to the light in you. Honoring one another and honoring yourself, we say together, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here.
The little white box is right across the middle of the screen. So your face is hidden by a little sign that says this meeting is being recorded. Is there any way to get rid of it?
You might be able to, is there a little like X somewhere, Nancy, that you can like X that out?
Not on it. If I exit the top, the whole thing goes.